Hey, what's up, guys? This is Welcome to episode number 2 of Roll, Hustle, and Thrive, where pretty much I document my weekly journey as an over 40 jiu-jitsu addict, where I compete and train as much as possible. I give you guys an update on that, what happened this past week. Also, I sprinkle in a little bit of mindset from what I've learned the past almost 4 years of being coached pretty much by a life coach, and how that has helped my mindset, and give you pretty much like any tips that I have dealt with in the past week that I have learned, or something that I already knew and kind of resurfaced, and I just kind of want to share with you guys as well, in hopes that, of course, that helps others out there that may be thinking or going through the same situation. I don't really have a script for this. I'm trying to make this video or these videos as organic as possible. I find that, I know that's the case with you, but I find that when I get too scripted, or I just get too nervous, I'm just trying to be as authentic and as myself as possible for you guys. So this past week, when it comes to jiu-jitsu, it was amazing. I was able to do another 5 days of jiu-jitsu. So I trained Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I took a day off on Saturday, did some cold plunge and sauna, some recovery work on Saturday. Sunday, I didn't go to open mat. The gym was actually closed. They were changing some mats, so they were just closed. But was pretty amazing was that they were giving out the mats that they were not using anymore, the older mats, and they just put it out for people to actually just go and grab whatever they want. I sped out of my house like a bat out of hell. Two things were going to happen. I was either going to grab some mats or grab a speeding ticket, one of the two, but I was not going to go home empty-handed. Got there to the gym, and to my surprise, I was able to grab 6 mats, which I actually placed in my basement already. I had them very deep cleaned yesterday, and set up in my basement, and now I have an amazing place to actually train in my basement. More than anything, I just wanted those mats to be able to roll every now and then with some friends or even my son, and also be able to drill a lot of like shooting, like specific, I guess, movements and like shoulder rolls and stuff like that, for guys over 40, it's not that easy. We're not that mobile. So yeah, I'm pretty pumped. I'm actually going to put a picture up here of the gym, not a gym, but like of the mat space that I actually was able to put in my basement with those mats. So appreciate it to the gym for giving out those mats for free, and also to the guy, to our partner, not our partner, how do you call this, to my gym teammate, I guess, that gave us a heads up as quick as they put up the post on Instagram and on the Discord. So I was lucky enough to get there on time. By the time I got there and got my mats, some other guys got their mats, and there was like a flock of people just coming in, trying to see if there were any mats left, but that's it. So first come, first serve. I was lucky enough, and I'm pretty pumped to be able to actually have those mats in my basement. I was actually looking to buy some for the basement, and it's crazy how expensive these mats are. Pretty much for 6 mats with shipping. This shipping is extremely expensive as well because they're just heavy. I was looking at Zebra mats and Fuji mats, and they were like, for 6 mats with shipping, I believe it came out to like almost like $1,600, something like that. Some crazy number like that. So, I was debating whether to spend the money or not on that, and lo and behold, our professor put out that post yesterday. So that's amazing. As far as jiu-jitsu this past week went, it was amazing. I actually go to the 6 a.m. classes on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Then I go to the 11 a.m. class on Tuesdays and Thursday. So on Tuesday and Thursday, I had these two white belts, very nice guys, but they asked to roll with me, but I kind of felt the energy when they asked me to roll, just an energy of like wanting to prove something to themselves or whatnot. One of them, I believe, was like an ex-wrestler or something like that. And boy, was it was it a mission. It was an amazing, defeating, tiring, anything you want to name like mission, just because they were younger than me. They were like in their 20s, give or take. I'm in my 40s, my lower 40s. And one thing that I learned from all this is to not try to keep up with their pace, not to try to keep up with the pace of a 20-something-year-old. It's just not going to end well. Once I was able to pin them down and pretty much just kind of have my way with them, everything kind of slowed down. The game slowed down, and I was able to work on my game and submit them, or at the very least, sweep them a few times to just have some dominance in the round. But boy, in the beginning, I was just trying to chase them, trying to not have them pass my guard and whatnot. And yeah, I'm not doing that again. You know how it goes. Sometimes the ego gets in the way. We don't want, to be dominated by a lower belt or whatever the case may be. But that's, I need to remind myself that that doesn't matter, of course, which generally it doesn't. But it's just that when somebody has that energy that they want to roll with you, I just, I don't know. I guess the ego kind of flares up a little bit, for lack of a better word. But it was cool though. I was able to at the very least get some sweeps, get a few subs, and learn also for next time that whenever I do roll with a younger guy, to not try to fall into their game of being spazzy or trying to keep up with their pace. I need to just have trust in myself, play my game, and whatever. If I have to tap, I tap. And that's it. Not a big deal. But it was cool though, to have that kind of energy, to be honest with you. Again, super cool dudes. There was no ill will nor anything, any bad vibes or anything. Just a matter of, people wanting to try try their jiu-jitsu and see how much they're progressing. And yeah, that's cool. I definitely welcome that. That's not a problem at all. It gets me into a different mindset versus just, rolling and just kind of taking it easy and, like trying to try new stuff. When you have this energy that they want to roll with you and you feel this energy, it's just it's just a different level. I'm sure you guys have felt that. Please let me know in the comments below if you have dealt with that, and if you have, for us, like for you older grapplers out there, like what has helped you kind of be able to I guess any tricks or any type of key things that you've done that has worked for you when actually going against a younger guy that just has energy for days, pretty much. Let me know in the comments below. I would love to know, so I can also apply that to my game next time. But overall, it was an amazing week. I was definitely tired by the fifth session on Friday. It wasn't my best day on Friday, so I definitely have to keep using that Saturday for recovery. And no matter what I think, because you know how it is, like sometimes our minds were like, oh, you know what, I think I can roll today. Why not? Let me just go roll. Let me not be a little bitch and not roll, like, But especially for us other guys, I think we definitely need that recovery day for sure. So I'm definitely gonna continue to incorporate that every Saturday, for me at least. And we'll see how it happens. I didn't weight train this week whatsoever. I was extremely lazy with the weight training, which is not good. I'm definitely very aware of that, and it's something that I will try to work on again this week. I don't know if maybe I should be weight training only twice a week instead of 3 times a week. Maybe that would be better, but then that would mean that I would need to spend a bit more time in the gym for those 2 days in order to get all my full body work. I don't know. We'll see what happens. If you guys are over 40 and you grapple and you do 4 to 5 classes a week and you also weight train, let me know what your schedule looks like. Like, how do you split up those weight training days? And if it's effective for you, because I would definitely like to just hear out a few different people's opinions and what works for them, what doesn't work for them. Because I honestly want to balance this out as much as possible. And I know that this probably is going to change from time to time, but I'm definitely not going to stop rolling in order to lift more. That's for sure that's going to happen. So I just need to figure out, if maybe 2 days of lifting is enough. Maybe I don't need a third day of lifting at my age. Not really sure yet, but we'll see what happens. Definitely let me know in the comments below. Now, continue to talk about jiu-jitsu. I was thinking about this like CJI that's going to happen this year. Craig Jones that guy is a motherfucker. I love that dude. He's so funny. And what he's done for the sport is just amazing. He put on a spectacle of a show this past year. And at the same time, he continues to help and work with these gyms around the world that are helping out the youth that are growing in impoverished and just very, sad situation, I guess, if you will, in other countries. So what he's doing is amazing. Now, the setup for this year, the quintet, I think, you guys let me know in the comments below what you think. Personally, I think this quintet style may be the way to grab people's attention to actually see jiu-jitsu more on the internet, on TV, however you want to call it. I think it's a lot more interesting, personally, for me. I think individuals competing against each other is amazing. The Cade, what's his face? I forgot his name right now, but like the other Cade matches, like all these people are amazing individually, without a doubt. But in terms of it being a sport that even us jiu-jitsu practitioners want to watch, because let's be honest, not a lot of people that practice jiu-jitsu watch jiu-jitsu. But if you do it like in a team format, like a quintet, where you're kind of rooting for, whatever B team, or you're rooting for 10th Planet, or you're rooting for a new wave, whatever the case may be, I kind of see it as, like you rooting for the Bulls or rooting for the Lakers, or it's like not only about one person, it's about like the whole team. And I think there's a lot of value in that in terms of entertainment, in terms of just spectatorship. I think it makes complete sense in terms of how to make this sport grow even more so and have more eyes on it, to be honest with you. Because I see a lot of people trying to want to get more eyes on the sport, which is amazing. But if you can't grab people who are actually grappling and people who actually practice jiu-jitsu to watch matches and watch these fights, like, you're not going to get the general public. I think you need to grab the attention of the people, like the full attention of the people who are actually training day in and day out. And once you have their attention, I think then you can focus on actually maybe, ramping it up more for the general public. That's just my personal opinion. I can be completely wrong about this. I'm not sure. Let me know in the comments below what your thoughts are, but I think it's going to be amazing. I think it's going to be even better than last year. CJI will, in my opinion. I think it's going to be pretty cool. And if you guys have watched a few quintets, I think I've seen a few of them that they've done in Japan, I believe, in the past, and I think it's pretty cool. I really love the team setup. So we'll see how that happens. What happens, how it happens. It's gonna be pretty cool. Can't wait for it. Might actually even go out to Vegas for it. Let's see. I really felt huge FOMO last year for CJI. So I think this year is going to be even better, probably. Especially that you have New Wave probably also joining, and you have B Team, and I think it's going to make for a spectacle, to say the least. So that's that with the jiu-jitsu this past week. Now, when it comes to mindset, like changing subjects a little bit to the mindset, when it comes to like entrepreneurship, and this can also actually be applied to jiu-jitsu as well, and just life in general. There's this quote that says that lack of action creates lack of self-belief. I saw this to be kind of like a theme for me this past week, to be honest with you, just because, as human beings, we tend to focus on the negative and not on the positive. So then what happens is that we started focusing too much on what we're not doing or what we have to do. and we forget to actually take action, right? Once we take action, everything else pretty much just starts becoming a lot more clearer as to what it is that we have to do. And then that action creates that energy that leads to other smaller actions that will get us closer to our goal. With that being said, it's like, how can I explain this? It's kind of like if you have this problem that you're trying to solve and you pretty much don't do anything about it whatsoever, it gets to a point where you're just thinking and thinking and thinking and thinking and not acting. And guess what? If there's no action, nothing's going to come of it. Like, we have to put that action behind our goals, behind whatever it is that we're trying to accomplish, because if not, we're just on the sidelines, just not doing anything. And what that's going to do is destroy our self-belief even more. So just something to keep something to keep in mind. Something to keep in mind when it comes to training, comes to jiu-jitsu. Like, we all want to get better, but we can watch all the videos and YouTube videos and everything else, like all the tutorials and all that's amazing and well. But if we don't actually do, right, we're not going to get better. And same for me when it comes to business, and for you guys as well. If you're doing entrepreneurs, like you guys are entrepreneurs and you're trying to have a more successful business or create more sales. Like, by thinking, we have to think, of course. We need to figure out what to do and when to do it and how to do it. But there needs to be a lot more doing and a lot less thinking. That's just my 2 cents. And that's just going to give us a lot more self-belief, not only in ourselves, but also in our work and our discipline and in what we do. And then my other thing that definitely came up for me last week that I did not do good at whatsoever, when it came to entrepreneurship and to business, is scheduling. I don't know if it happens to you guys, but like the shiny ball syndrome, what they say, like, we're trying to focus on so many things at the same time that at the end of the day, we end up not focusing on anything whatsoever. That was the case for me this past week. I definitely did a lot of work, without a doubt, but I tended to not schedule for the next day, which I typically always do. I always schedule the night before for the following day. And that pretty much what that does for me, it just gives me a clear pathway, like a clear view of what it is that I have to focus on and do on the next day. Now, honestly, I'd say 85% of the times do this. For whatever reason, last week was not one of those weeks that happened, and it completely threw me off. Like, I was trying to figure out what was more important to do. Should I do A first, B first, C first? It's just a complete shit show when it came to priorities. So it was just a big theme that I wanted to bring up with you guys. I know how sometimes we just go, and just act and take action without really having a clarity, I guess. And this is something that, honestly, when I do it, and when I've been able to actually follow a schedule, it makes just life a lot easier. And not only does it make it easier, but it makes progress easier. Just because that you are the previous day being calm and working on goals and actions that you will take the following day, that's gonna help you continue to progress, whether it is in business, in life, in jiu-jitsu, whatever the case may be. I think scheduling is a must. And one of the things actually that I used to do before that I don't do anymore, when I do schedule, sorry, my cat is, I don't know what the hell my cat's doing, playing with the box or something. But when it comes to scheduling also, there are like to-do lists. Don't fill out that to-do list with too many things. I think every to-do list should have, like, for every day, should have one or two, how do you say this? Like, one or two specific tasks that are the ones that are going to help you push you forward in whatever you're trying to do. And then the other smaller tasks that are still needed, but maybe not as important as the first one, or the first two ones. So just something to keep in mind, something that I've been thinking about this past week, and something that I've noticed I did my reflection yesterday, Sunday, and this morning. So just something to keep an eye on and to work on for you guys and for me as well. Anyways, it's almost 20 minutes this video. That was a quick snapshot of what happened last week. I will definitely see you guys next week. I will record whatever happens this week, give you guys an update of what's going on in my life. And yeah, till next time, hope that worked. Let me know if you guys have any comments, any questions that I can help you with down below in the comments, and I will catch you guys next time. Peace.